on this particular trip? Have there been moments that have even got the famously cool, calm and collected Kingsley Holgate just a little perturbed?
Yeah, I'm afraid they have. Because of all the sort of COVID endowments, we decided not to do the normal West African route up to Morocco and cross from Tangiers to Europe. And on this occasion, we were determined to keep east. And then you'll recall at the last moment, civil war breaking out in Ethiopia. That in itself was a challenge. Could we go through Djibouti? Could we go through Eritrea? Ethiopia at that time was closed. So we took quite a radical decision, and that was to keep north, traveling across the two Sudans, namely South Sudan and North Sudan. And we knew in doing that, we'd have to cross that disputed area between the two countries. And my goodness, it gave us more than we'd expected. So yes, loads of illegal roadblocks, despite UN having a bit of a show with their Pakistani forces and trying to help us, and eventually just having to do it on our own. And illegal roadblocks demanding big bucks that we could never pay, AKs up our noses, and a lot of quite serious negotiation that finally brought us through that area. Then arrested by the Sudanese, kept against our will in a sort of military compound. But always the people are great, and we always managed to chat. And it was towards the end of Ramadan, so. Not always an easy time to travel because you have to observe those various rituals, but we stuck it out and we remained smiling, and a really good team of people. And in our three new defenders, which sort of didn't let us down and gave it stick, and eventually all the way through to Khartoum, new military government, all about that. So the paperwork, and the suspicion. But we just kept going, and through the Nubian desert and all those ancient temples of Nubia, the Black Pharaohs. And what was so special about that was we were the only people. Admittedly, temperatures rose to above the 50s on occasion, but we sort of pushed on and we got to Wadi Halfa, the northernmost tip of the Sudan. And then, of course, came the crossing of Lake Nasser into Egypt. And just to add to the adventure of Egypt, we decided to go to the ancient oasis of Siwa, not far from the Lebanese border, the Libyan border, deep in the Sahara. And that in itself was such a great adventure, and pushing these defenders at high speed to what they call the Great Sand Ocean, that part of the Sahara that goes all the way across to Libya. But might I share with you as a South African, and it made us proud, as we wandered through the grave sites of Al Alamein, and those hundreds upon hundreds of South Africans, their tombstones there, Van Deventer, Swanepoel, Naidu, Dlamini, Smithers, that had given their lives up for freedom. And on those gravestones, the head of a springbok and the words intrepid, unity is strength. So, when we crossed that great western desert, the last bit of our big adventure in Africa, we thought of our brothers who'd given up their lives for freedom in that great battle of the North African campaign against Rommel, against Mussolini. And I was pleased and proud to be South African.